There's always a chance. This is the story of a boy named Sparky. For Sparky, school was all but impossible. He failed every subject in the 8th grade. He flunked physics in high school, receiving a flat 0 in the course. He distinguished himself as the worst physics student in the school's history. Sparky also flunked Latin, algebra, and English. He didn't do any better in sports either. Although he did manage to make it to the school's golf team, he promptly lost the only important match of the season. Throughout his youth, Sparky was awkward socially. He was not actually disliked by the other students. No one cared that much. He was astonished if a classmate said hello to him outside of school hours. There's no way to tell how he might have fared at dating. Sparky never once asked a girl to go out with him. He was too scared of being turned down. Sparky was a loser. He, his classmates, everyone knew it. But Sparky had made up his mind early in life that if things were meant to work out, they would. Otherwise, he would content himself with what appeared to be his inevitable mediocrity. However, one thing was important to Sparky: drawing. He was proud of his artwork. Of course, no one else appreciated it. In his senior year at high school, he submitted some cartoons to the editors of the yearbook. They were turned down. Despite this rejection, Sparky was so convinced of his ability that he decided to become a professional artist. Upon graduating from high school, he wrote a letter to Walt Disney Studios. He was told to send some samples of his artwork, and the subject matter for a cartoon was suggested. Sparky drew the proposed cartoon. He spent a great deal of time on it. Finally, a reply came from Disney Studios. His work had been rejected. Another loss for the loser. So Sparky decided to write his own autobiography in cartoons. He described his childhood self: a little boy, loser, and chronic underachiever. The cartoon character that would soon become famous worldwide. For Sparky, the boy who had failed every subject in the 8th grade and whose work was rejected again and again, was Charles Schulz. He created the all-time favorite comic strip Peanuts and the lovable cartoon character Charlie Brown, whose kite would never fly and who never succeeded in kicking the football.